Hey, welcome back to Everyday English on English Unwritten. I'm Noah.
And I'm Amanda, and we're back with episode 8.
So, today's topic is something that millions of people do every single day. You open an app, you book a ride, someone picks you up, and suddenly you're sitting in a car with a stranger for the next 20 minutes.
And that 10 to 20 minutes can feel very long if you don't know what to say, or very enjoyable if you do.
Because here's the thing. Taxi and Uber drivers are some of the best conversationalists out there. They talk to dozens of different people every single day.
And as a passenger, knowing how to respond, how to give directions naturally, how to make small talk, how to handle an issue, that all takes real English.
So today we're going to show you exactly how that conversation sounds. Long, natural, genuinely interesting.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's today's situation. Amanda has had a long evening out in the city. Dinner with friends, a bit of walking around, and she's ready to head home. She opens her ride app, books a car, and a few minutes later, Noah pulls up.
Noah has been driving for about 2 years. It's his evening job alongside his day job in IT. He's friendly, talkative, and knows the city well.
The ride is going to take around 15 to 20 minutes. There's a bit of traffic, a slight detour, and a whole conversation in between.
Pay attention to how naturally everything flows, from the first hello to the final goodbye. This is one of those conversations that sounds simple but has a lot of useful English packed into it.
Here we go. Hi there, Amanda.
Yes, that's me. Hi.
Hey, hop in. How are you doing tonight?
Really good, thanks. Had a lovely evening, actually. How about you? How's your night going?
Not bad at all. It's been a busy one. You're my 7th ride tonight.
7th? That's a lot. What time did you start?
Around 6. I do evenings mostly. I've got a day job, so this is my thing after hours.
Oh, interesting. So you're doing 2 jobs?
Yeah, IT during the day, driving in the evenings a few times a week. It works out well, actually. The driving kind of decompresses me after staring at a screen all day.
That's a really interesting way to look at it. Most people would find driving in traffic more stressful, not less.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But there's something about just being on the road, meeting different people, having conversations. It switches my brain off from work mode completely.
I can actually understand that. It's such a different kind of activity from sitting at a desk.
Completely different. Right. So I've got your destination on the app. Looks like we're heading to Maple Avenue. Is that right?
Yes. Number 42 Maple Avenue, please.
Perfect. So I'm going to take the highway tonight if that's okay. Downtown is a nightmare at this time on a Friday. It adds about 3 minutes, but saves us from sitting in that mess.
Oh, absolutely. Please do. I'm not in any rush.
Great. So, good evening then. You mentioned you had a nice time.
Really nice, yeah. Just dinner with a few friends. We went to that Italian place on Main Street. Do you know it?
Bella Roma?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, that place is brilliant. I picked someone up from there last week, actually. They couldn't stop talking about the pasta.
The pasta is incredible. I had the pappardelle and I'm still thinking about it, honestly.
That's the sign of a good meal, when you're still thinking about it on the way home.
Exactly. Do you eat out much?
Not as much as I'd like. Between the 2 jobs, there isn't always time. But I'm a big believer in treating yourself every now and then.
Absolutely. Life's too short for bad food.
Couldn't agree more. So are you from around here, or?
I've been here about 3 years now. Originally from Chicago, moved here for work, and just never left.
Oh, Chicago. I went there for a concert about 4 years ago. Really liked it, actually. Very direct people.
That's the nicest way anyone has ever described us. Yes, we say what we mean. No messing around.
I respect that, honestly. I'm originally from here, born and raised. So I know every road, every shortcut, every spot to avoid on a Friday night.
That must make the job so much easier.
It really does. I feel sorry for drivers who are new to the city. The app doesn't always take the best route, and if you don't know the roads, you just follow it blindly into a 40-minute backup.
Oh, I've had that happen. A driver once took me through downtown at 6 o'clock on a Saturday, and we sat in traffic for nearly half an hour.
Yeah, the app has no common sense. It just calculates distance without thinking about what the roads are actually like at that time.
Exactly. I actually really appreciate it when a driver knows the area and makes those calls themselves.
That's what experience gives you. After 2 years, you just develop a feel for it. Oh, heads up, there's a bit of a slow patch coming up here. Roadworks. But it moves fairly quickly.
No worries at all. Can I ask, do you get interesting passengers? Like memorable rides?
Oh, where do I start? Yes, absolutely. You meet such a range of people doing this job. Last week, I picked up a woman who turned out to be a retired opera singer. We ended up talking about music the whole ride. She was fascinating.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that.
And then the very next ride was a guy who didn't say a single word the entire journey. Just stared at his phone. Complete silence.
The contrast.
That's driving for you. Every ride is completely different. I've had people cry in the back, going through something difficult. I've had people laughing so hard with their friends they could barely breathe. I've had someone eating a full takeout meal like it was a dining room.
The takeout one is very relatable, honestly.
I don't mind, as long as nothing ends up on the seats.
Fair enough. Do you ever get difficult passengers?
Occasionally. Not often. Most people are perfectly fine. But every now and then you get someone who's had too much to drink and wants to argue about the route. Or someone who's in a terrible mood and takes it out on you.
That must be frustrating.
It can be, but I've learned not to take it personally. You don't know what someone's day has been like. Sometimes people are just carrying something and it spills over.
That's a really mature way to look at it.
Took me a while to get there. The first few months I used to let it affect me. But now I just let it go and move on to the next ride.
You know, driving people around, you must hear so many different stories and perspectives.
It's actually one of my favorite things about it. I've spoken to doctors, artists, engineers, students, people who've just arrived in the country, people who've lived here their whole lives. You get this really interesting cross-section of humanity.
That's almost like a social experiment.
That's exactly what it is. And you notice patterns, too. Like certain conversations come up again and again, regardless of who the person is.
Like what?
Work stress is a big one. Almost everyone has something going on at work they want to talk about. And the weather, obviously. And family. Those three things come up constantly.
The universal topics.
Without fail. Oh, we're just coming up to the detour now. I'm going to cut through Oakwood Drive. It's a bit of a narrow road, but it knocks a good 5 minutes off.
Fine by me. You know the roads better than I do.
Yeah, this is a little shortcut most people don't know about. During the day, it gets a bit congested, but at this time, it's clear. So what do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at all. I'm in marketing. Social media strategy, mostly.
Oh, interesting. So you're the person behind all those perfectly curated Instagram feeds.
Among other things, yes. Though it's a lot less glamorous than it looks from the outside.
I imagine. There must be a lot of pressure. Like everything has to look effortless, but actually takes hours.
That's exactly it. The posts that look the most casual usually took the longest to put together.
That's kind of fascinating and slightly terrifying.
Welcome to marketing. What made you go into IT?
Honestly, I've always liked fixing things. Even as a kid, I was always taking things apart to see how they worked. IT felt like the natural place for that.
Do you enjoy it?
Most days, yeah. It has its frustrating moments, like any job. But there's something really satisfying about solving a problem that nobody else could figure out.
I can imagine. That must feel good.
It does. Right, we're nearly there, actually. Coming up to Maple Avenue now. What number did you say, 42?
42, yes. It's on the left side, just past the mailbox.
Got it. Is this the one?
Yes, perfect. Just here is great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Hope the rest of your evening is good.
It will be. I'm going straight to bed, I think. Can I ask, do I pay through the app or?
All through the app, yeah. It'll charge the card you've got saved on there. You don't need to do anything now.
Oh, brilliant. That's so easy. And should I rate you on the app? I always forget to do that.
If you don't mind, it does actually make a difference. The ratings affect which rides we get offered, so everyone counts.
Of course. I'll do it right now before I forget. And honestly, you deserve 5 stars. Great route, great conversation.
That's very kind, thank you. Safe travels, Amanda.
Good night, Noah. Drive safe.
Will do. Good night. All right, here are your key phrases from today.
First, how's your night going? A warm, natural way to start a conversation with your driver right from the beginning.
I'm going to take the highway tonight if that's okay. Downtown is a nightmare at this time. Notice how the driver explains the route change politely and gives a reason.
I'm not in any rush. Simple, relaxed, and immediately puts both people at ease.
That's the sign of a good meal, when you're still thinking about it on the way home. A natural, conversational way to respond to something someone shares.
Do you ever get difficult passengers? A great example of a curious, open question that keeps a conversation going naturally.
I've learned not to take it personally. A really useful phrase for talking about dealing with difficult situations calmly.
You get this really interesting cross-section of humanity. A thoughtful, natural phrase for describing diverse experiences with people.
Fine by me, you know the roads better than I do. A confident, natural way to show trust and keep things relaxed.
The posts that look the most casual usually took the longest to put together. A great example of how to explain something about your work in an interesting, relatable way.
And honestly, you deserve 5 stars. Great route, great conversation. Warm, genuine, and a perfect way to close the ride on a positive note. And that's episode 8 of Everyday English, Taxi, Uber, and Driving.
Today you learned how to handle a full ride conversation in English, from being picked up all the way to paying and rating your driver.
Try this now. Next time you're in a taxi or Uber, say, "I'm not in any rush," or "Fine by me, you know the roads better than I do."
Use it today, even in one small conversation. That's how it becomes natural.
If this helped you, subscribe and like English Unwritten and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode.
See you in the next episode. Till then, bye.
Bye.